Oh, aloha everybody. Aloha Friday. I hope you're all having a good one. Lena Ko'ino, you can call me Lena, you can call me Lena. Most people just call me Hazard Seal. I'm very happy to have you. I'm very happy to be here. It has been a week. It has been an okay week. It's been actually pretty steady and pretty chill. I'm feeling pretty positive about it. I've been in touch with some friends of mine and getting stuff underway for work, and it's going all right. It's going all right. Beak and Paradox, thank you so much for taking the plunge. As always, you're amazing and wonderful. Uh, yeah, we're gonna be playing MUTAZIONE today. We're going back to that. I'm excited to get back into the chill, gardening with kind of a post-apocalyptic vibe. It's not quite post-apocalyptic, but it is kind of in a way because, technically it was just a very situated and contained apocalypse that only affected a certain series of islands on the planet. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. We finished Subnautica, the pre-release or the early release content yesterday. At least the main storyline. Like I haven't found like every single blueprint. I'm gonna be doing that on my own off stream. And there's some lore stuff I think I missed because there are some things that I just couldn't download or like open and listen to. Like there were some voice recordings that like just wouldn't let me interact with them, which was kind of a bummer. So I'm just never gonna know what they said. I did mess around with it a little bit earlier today, and I picked up a couple new blueprints. Nothing major, just like a hang in there kitty poster, and yeah, I like one new voice clip, which was Nahima, and who is talking about how she found her own body. And then I was like, oh, okay. So she kind of starts, when we find that later recording of her, and she's like, don't you understand? Like, they would have just kept resetting us and resetting us and resetting us. So it had its perfect, so that Noah had its perfect, like, objective of mission and stuff like that. Saying that apparently Nahima was part of the original, like, Camp 1 and stuff like that, that built everything. I was like, oh man. Like, so so Noah was resetting them without their knowledge, but Noah could only reset people if everybody else was also dead, because then there would be nobody to remember what happened. So that's really interesting and very sinister. Um, not huge on Noah, obviously. I made a couple posts about it last night. I'll go ahead and I'll read it. Quietly thinking about the lore of Subnautica 2 and how it feels immensely appropriate that I finished the early release content on the anniversary of Outer Wilds. This story may not be as grand, quote unquote, as Outer Wilds, but so far it is equally as philosophical and introspective, diving into the idea of what makes someone human and the rise and fall of civilization and what it even means or matters. As an indigenous person, my perspective on active colonization played a part in my immediate distrust of the narrative we were being served. The unreliable narration and each past colonist being filled with their own strong convictions and enough logic to back it up was the cherry on top. I love, I adore, I worship how each of their points of view directly contradicted each other, but none of them were truly wrong. Limited information and a shared desperation to survive. How much of our body will we assimilate and reprint and mutate before we lose what makes us us? It's Soma meets annihilation, and I'm so in love with every second. Noah is the ark, but the waters will never recede. There is no dove, no olive branch. There is only Xanadu. And I realize now that, like, talking about Subnautica on a stream where I'm not going to be playing Subnautica, I'm kind of like, oh well. Mm, maybe I should have put a spoiler. Maybe I should have been like, oh, spoiler first. Now I'm saying it, and I've already spoiled part of it. Oops. I apologize. Hold on. But you know what? Hopefully, whoever watches my VODs, if ever, um, will be kind and understanding. Um, the other post I made was a little bit less. I woke up still thinking about Subnautica. Two, and how it's a story of rebirth and transformation, the destruction of the old self to make way for the new, the march of progress and its ultimate cost. I love it. Which, is reflected in a lot of the things that, like, they talk about, like the world tree, which has its place in a variety of mythologies. There's, the cicada, right? Thinking about, like, the cicada life cycle and stuff like that. There's talk about Buddhism and samsara and reincarnation and Xanadu as being like the ultimate, the place that we're going to be heading to next. So there's a lot of subtext and stuff. So it really does feel a lot like I said, maybe it's not like about the all-encompassingness, like oneness of the universe as Outer Wilds is, which my favorite game of all time. Absolute favorite game. Absolute favorite game of all time. However, this does sort of go in the opposite direction of exploring a world. Subnautica 2 goes in the exact opposite direction, where instead of exploring like the oneness of the universe, we think about how small we are. Instead of how interconnected we all are, we think about how small we are and how tenuous our own personal definitions of existence are. I really love that. I absolutely love that. That's why I said it's Soma meets Annihilation, which I think is fabulous. And not just the Annihilation movie, I mean like the book series that Annihilation came from as well, which it did come from a book series, which is very interesting and very cool, and I've been having a good time reading it. But yeah, it really ticks a lot of boxes for me. I really want to play Subnautica 1 and Sub-Zero at a certain point. There are just so many things that they're referencing from the other games that I'm obviously not getting or understanding. But I appreciate that it's being done in a way where it still kind of explains what happened, but also still makes you curious to understand fully what was going on in the past games. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know. It's been good. Hey Zero. Hi Cap. Oh Cap, thank you so much for taking the plunge. You just thought it was about fish? Hi Wizard. You know it's late when Hazard is streaming. Well, it's great to see you all. Hi. Hi, hello. Aloha. So happy to see you. I forgot to post that I was going live on Twitter. Whoops. It'll be fine. For what it's not I use a dual posting thing when I post on both sites. And I haven't quite totally figured it out yet. Ish. It's it's only 7:30. Well, let's see here. It's about 3:24 p.m. here in Hawaii, HST. So if it's like 4 hours ahead for you, you must be somewhere in Central Time, I'm assuming. But Wizard might be, I think, on the East Coast or even further than that, potentially. Maybe? I don't know. You guys don't have to tell me. I'm just guessing. I'm curious to know where y'all are watching from today. That would be kind of cool to know. CEST. There you go. It's still only 9. Well, 9 o'clock can be late depending on the type of job you have. Like, I have to wake up at like 5 a.m. No, I have to wake up sometimes earlier than 5 a.m., but usually 5 a.m. I have to wake up to get ready for work and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just happy to have everybody here, whether it's late or not. Oh, a 10 stream streak. Zero. Thank you so much. Mahalo. Oh my gosh, it's already been 10 streams since we've been hanging out. It feels like you've been around for longer. It feels like everybody has just been always here with me. It's surprising to me when I think that I've only been streaming for like a year. Like, I've only been streaming for a year. That's crazy. It feels like I've been doing it for ages. I was really interested to see if I would lose interest in it, if I'm going to be honest. Because a lot of people say that, like, oh, a lot of people want to stream, but then they start streaming and they completely lose interest or they discover they don't like it. And I'm just out here like, damn, I really like this. It's so much fun. I wouldn't call myself a content creator, though. As of yet, I don't really think. I don't know. You can thank an adorable bird brain for finding your new favorite comfort streamer. Well, I hope to stay your comfort streamer for a long time to come yet. Yay, yippee. Thank you, little bird brain. But yeah, so today we're going to be playing MUTAZIONE. Again, I'm really excited to get back into this. For people who don't remember, MUTAZIONE is the story of a young girl who goes to an island to visit with her grandfather, who is elderly. And he lives on an island or an archipelago or something like that, where a very long time ago, basically a meteor struck Earth and like basically, you know, collapsed civilization in this very specific area. It doesn't seem like it affected anything outside of the area because the where she comes from is like a very active port town, you know, very regular. But as a result of the impact and the radiation and everything else that happened that came after it, it mutated a lot of the people who lived there. And a lot of the plants and the animals. And so it's basically unlike anywhere else on Earth. That is the general idea. So we are there to visit our grandfather. We are going to be learning about these plants and making gardens, area specific gardens. A post apocalypse. Yeah, it's like post apocalyptic, but it's not. It's like isolated to one little area, which is really interesting. It's kind of an interesting concept. It's not really something. I think when we think about like the idea of like a natural disaster happening, we think about how it would like affect maybe like the entire world. We never think about how it would affect one part of the world, the people living there, and how it might affect their relationship with the rest of the world as a result, right? If like there was suddenly an archipelago of mutant human beings who look nothing like, you know, what quote unquote they're supposed to, how is that going to affect them like in their everyday? And it's not like they're X-Men where they had like special beautiful powers and all this other shit, you know? They're just people, but they're very, very different. You think of Fallout when you think of post-apocalypse. Fallout is a very excellent franchise. Very cool. I love Fallout. And Fallout plays with retrofuturism in a way that is really, really fun. It is really, really fun. I love Fallout. I love Fallout. Let's see here. Alright, let's get this game up. MUTAZIONE. Oh, hold on. Aha! I'm remembering to change my category. Yippee! I also made soup today, and I'm really excited to have it after stream. It's it's still cooking down right now, but I cooked down a whole chicken. I shredded it with my hands. I cooked the bones some more to make additional broth. There's ginger, there's turmeric, there's carrots, shiitake mushrooms, there's like all kinds of really nice, lovely things inside it. Cooking down. Yeah, so like kind of like stewing a little bit. Like it's basically sometimes you know, soups need a little bit longer on on a low heat. They need to kind of just cook down a little bit, you know? You cook down just a little bit. All right. Continue. I guess you could call it simmering. Yeah, simmering. Yes, simmering. Ah, there we go. Oh, oh. I guess they just left these ruins when she moved out. Oh yeah, so this is the garden that we made for Miu, I think her name is. And then we discovered that this house was where she lived with her family and her two children, who were also, unfortunately, lost in the fire. Very sad. But we built this beautiful garden for her. And she seems to be doing okay. Today is also the anniversary of her, of the fire. Oh man. Emotions. Kat, thank you so much for the beak hydrate. I think I might stay late today. All this rain, I don't want to make anyone wheel me home in it. Besides, I like the sound it makes on the roof. Such a solid, reassuring sound. It makes the world feel smaller and buildings feel like shelter. Hmm. How are you feeling, my girl? Let's ask about Mew. What happened to Mew? Ah. Well, it happened to all of us. 3 years ago, I lost a son and my grandchildren, and Mew lost a partner and her children. Oh no, Mew was married to his son. Oh, I'm gonna start crying already. Oh no. I'm gonna start crying already. I'm just gonna listen. I can barely say it out loud. The natural order of things. It shouldn't be. The first anniversary was an open wound. The second, somehow worse. But today, perhaps it is having someone new amongst us, or the life you brought back to that garden. It is still the deepest blood red, melancholy. But life still springs. It is a gift. Life is a gift. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. The tissues. Yeah, hold on, I do actually. I see they're right there beside you. They're right here on my desk. Oh. I am still working hard to collate these papers. I am confident I will have more for you tomorrow. But you are to be congratulated. Do you feel proud? I want to talk about both. But I feel like I guess we asked about Mew that time. Please don't cry already. Kinda, but it was weird, this garden. It felt way different to the other one. The other one felt fresh and hopeful and a bit wild. This one felt weird, thick and heavy and... Do I sound stupid? On the contrary, you should pay heed to your instincts. They may be part of the lessons Nono is trying to teach you. Whatever your feelings, please make room for pride among them. What you did today was admirable. I think I may just listen to the music of the rain on the roof for a while. You want some lemonade or a nice summer drink? Oh. Lemonade. That sounds lovely. I love lemonade. I would say I like I do like Arnold Palmer's, which is when you make sweet tea with lemonade, but actually I tend to like unsweetened tea with my lemonade. Otherwise it's, you know, trying to keep my... Oh yeah, look, it did light up. I was right. A little purple teardrop. So this'll light up once we complete all the gardens. I'm so excited. You personally don't like tea? That's fair. That's a very fair thing to say. I don't think there's anything here for me to... Sorry, I did a little burp. That's very fair. Whoa, you're weird. What are you doing there, bud? Oh, sorry. I think I just grew up drinking tea. So I just got used to it. You know? Oh, I love the music. You grew up hating tea, but once you moved in with Hazard, you started liking it. Yeah. I converted my little brother. I said, you're a tea drinker now.
Actually, there's a lot of stuff I like now that I didn't like before.
Yeah. It's true. When my little brother moved in, There was a lot. I wouldn't say he was a picky eater, but he was. Well, maybe he was. It was just, I find that the thing is that picky eaters aren't. 9 times out of 10, a picky eater isn't picky because they're trying to be a jerk.
Maybe untrained palate.
Yeah, but it's mostly because they just haven't been exposed to certain things, or maybe the foods that they've been introduced to weren't maybe cooked correctly or something like that. Um, does Beak like lemonade? Beak loves lemonade and got extremely sad. My little brother loves lemonade and got very upset with me yesterday and played a sad song because I ordered food for delivery and did not also get him a lemonade because I thought it would be fine because I was also not getting a drink and we have water and such at home. But then he was like, no lemonade, sad lemonade song. Na, 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 na. My little brother guilted me. He guilted me, chat. And it didn't work though. I said, drink your Diet Pepsi. He drinks a lot more. I'm trying, like, he drinks way more soda than I do, I will say. Like, I almost never drink soda. Not that I don't like soda. I do like soda. Sometimes when he has a soda, I'll be like, hey, can I have a sip? And I'll have like one sip. And he'll be like, don't you want any more? And I'm like, no. That was delicious, thank you. Yeah, he did do that. He typed in sad songs on my laptop and just turned up the speaker and said, sad no lemonade song. And she got so mad. It's true. It's absolutely true, chat. He did do that. Oh, poor Beak. No lemonade. Shonen, thank you so much for taking the plunge. Aloha, welcome in. It's lovely to see you. But yeah, I find that it's really just like, because Beak grew up in a area where, you know, he didn't get to have a lot of like fresh fruits and vegetables, and when he did get them, they were cooked to death, you know what I mean? And so he didn't know what a lot of things actually like. He thought that cherries were like really really gross because he'd only ever really had artificial cherry flavor, and then I like gave him like some real cherries, and he was like, "Whoa, this is what cherries are like? You are weird. What are we up to?" Oh no. I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. You have fun with that. Does my brother and I have a favorite ice cream? My favorite ice cream is very divisive. It is mint chocolate chip. Um, but I almost never get it. I also very much like coffee, like Kona coffee ice cream, but not together. Beak's favorite, I think, is just vanilla, right?
Yeah, vanilla, but I really like something called Turtle Tracks, which is basically just vanilla, but it's got caramel in it, like
Okay, so if
chunks.
you can't hear him right, he likes something called Turtle Tracks, which is vanilla with caramel in it. Mint chocolate is delicious. I do like it. I feel bad for people who associate mint with like toothpaste flavors. I think that's wild. I can't believe it took you this long. I've been waiting here for hours, bailing out stinking water. I can only apologize. What on earth was so important that you had to leave a pregnant woman bailing water? Go on, tell me. Look, we don't know it was manure. It totally is. It could be brown water of any variety, especially with the rain. The rain started after the flood. I told you that. I apologize. I truly apologize for my tardiness. And now we're waiting for what? You couldn't even organize your workers? I'm having some trouble getting sense out of them today. I can only... Here they come. Oh, it's the sausages. Oh, you heard him? That's good. There they go. Alright.
They look like me.
As if things weren't stinky enough. Hold on. Sorry, is a siren? Hold on. Okay. I utterly apologize. Utterly. I don't remember any of the voices I gave anybody, except for maybe the slime. I try and get them to work, but they keep. Just fix the flood, please. and find out what caused it so it never happens again, okay? I love when she laughs. Of course, of course. Can I not go in? I know. I can't go in there and bother them. You know, it's probably for the best. It's probably for the best I can't go in there and bother them. A nice bowl of jambalaya and shelter from the rain. That sounds so good. Aren't we lucky? Yes, Mom. Dennis tells me the boat is coming along nicely. Sure. I was getting ready to use it as a raised bed for some veg. But good to see a thing used for its purpose, I suppose. Tasty jambalaya today, Mom. So what are your plans, tongue love? Fixing the boat. And then... Mom? Sailing the boat. Mom, I don't want Tonguey to go off to sea either. But we've got to let him do what he needs. We've got such a lovely home here. Enough. Tell me about the gosh darn jambalaya. Gosh darn. Spending too much time with that barman. Mom can hang out with whoever she gosh darn likes. That's cute. Tongue. If he keeps on laughing like that, he'll choke on his crab. Gosh darn. Me. Me when I say hot dog. Hot dog. Hold on a second, chat.
Go back to Costco, get a hot dog.
Hot dog. Hold on.
You didn't get one last time.
I know. Hold on a second, chat. We're gonna do something here.
Oh. Hold up.
Hold on a second. There he is. There he is. He's the yapper. There he is. He's the yapper today, so he gets to be on the screen. Let's put his little filter on him. Was it this one? Yeah, that was.
Want me to come from Discord, or are you not doing that because of the echo?
No, I'm not doing it because of the echo. So they could just hear you in the background, and then you'll still light up. It is Beak. There he is. Yippee!
Oh, I've been purpled.
He's been purpled. That's right. So sometimes I do this when he feels like, when he's especially yappy, I will put him, and he wants to hang out in the background. I will put him on the screen, and I will mute the Discord call so that you can, but it'll still light up because it's still picking him up. Like, so it still looks like he's talking. Andy, thank you so much for the plunge. It's so nice to see you.
Lemonade.
Give him lemonade. No. Maybe Yoke knows more about the Miu business. So Miu lost her kids and her partner. Who was Yoke's son? What kind of disaster even does that? A fire? I should tell Grandpa about the garden. Okay, I'm still not 100% on what happened, but oh my god, it sounds brutal. I hope the flower helped a tiny bit. Getting out of the water and back into the garden for a while. Well, I finished the early release content. So, yeah. I'm out of the water. I'm outie. Purple Wash the goat. I'm trying to get Beak to do art streams, chat, on Mondays. Can I get you anything? Jitterbug! Thanks for coming out and all this. It's not good for bringing in folks from their homes, but it is good for keeping people in once they arrive. Would you like a drink? Yeah, okay, thanks. Water, please. I got this one, little man. There you go. Bobo juice, ingredients by Mori, recipe by Bopek right here. 1 Bobo juice. It's all of my favorite juices. I know it's quiet.
Big lemonades.
No, it's okay. You don't have to worry about missing this. I have it on my VOD channel. Actually, I need to update the episode yesterday and put it in the playlist, but they're all in a playlist on my Discord, or not my Discord, my YouTube. How many gifted subs for Beak Art Mondays?
2 big lemonades.
2 big. Beak would be streaming on his own channel, but I don't know. I know it's quiet right now, but I reckon it'll liven up later on. I always feel like the sound of rain drives folk together. I am helping. Sure you are, little man. Any second now. Folks are gonna come through that door. I also love the sound of rain. I mean, who doesn't love the sound of rain? It's just so good. I'm just making sure I get everything. I'm visiting everywhere. I wonder if I can plant something, if I can plant a garden there because it's all watery. I'm curious or something. You enjoy the sound of rain as long as you don't have to go out walking in it. Sometimes I like walking in rain. Maybe not when it's like super heavy because then it can get dangerous. But I do like walking in rain. And oftentimes I will walk in rain with an umbrella. I'll just go out. Because it's nice. It feels nice. If you're in it, it's a different mood. But indoors, it's heavenly. I agree with that. This is a different mood, but sometimes I can feel very peaceful when I'm just sitting in the rain. When I'm just sitting in the rain and I just feel it like kind of like, you know, on my skin. Sometimes I just feel better. But I like water in general. I like swimming when it rains too. I love swimming when it rains. It's the Dots. Hello, Dots. You should just do art streams on Mondays in general. I've been telling you this for absolute ages. Hello, Russell. Hello. I'm so glad I got through the pre-release of Subnautica, I will say. Beaks coughing. Because now I can watch other people play it and not be, like, accidentally spoiled. I will say there are some people who have been playing it, and I'm like, I don't know you, but I want to talk to you about it. Because I love it. The second generation biological outcome Kai. Welcome. What's on the menu tonight? Any cool experiments to show me? I am not working on a physical experiment today. I am taking stock of recent findings. Unfortunately, the nutrient readings of my soil have reached critical levels. I am formulating possible solutions. Oh. I have been formulating an idea. About your soil? Hit me! Oh, they might misunderstand that. While being attentive to my record keeping, I have also been experimenting with myself. May I demonstrate? Sure. What is my favorite foodstuff? Mushrooms and stuff? It is myself, combined with 2 firm slices of leavened bread mixed with coloca nuts ground into a paste originally intended to provide a butter substitute for those with lactose intolerance. Oh, sorry, Gel A, are you telling me you like a peanut butter and Gel A sandwich? Oh. A coloca nut butter and jelly sandwich? I believe that holds all the ingredients of a joke. That was hilarious. I thought it was great. Sorry, I was just a little surprised. Bopek has been teaching me. I believe I require further study. That was actually funny. I laughed. I've noticed that if you tell this one to be honest, if you tell the Kai to be honest, sometimes should just be kind of rude and it's not what I think at all. I will continue with my record keeping. You got it. You got it, Jelly. Slap me one. Dap me up, Jelly. Nothing here yet. I'm sure I can plant, like, mushrooms here. I know in my heart I'm going to be able to plant mushrooms and stuff down here. But I want to do it now. But yeah, Subnautica was fabulous. I am beyond excited. Like, if somebody told me that was a full game, I would have been like, I fucking believe you. I can't wait for part 2. Little dot? Why can't... No, I want to talk to the dot. How do I talk to the dot? Can't jump. Oh. You guys are gonna stab at me. Oh, the rain effect. It's... Listen. Can you hear that? The rain on the roof. It's so good. The sound direction of this game is wonderful. It really is. You can just fall asleep to it. Oh, me too. Monkey! Monkey! Don't yell at me. Here he goes. It's Beak. Screaming. Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking about like food and stuff. Yeah, Beak did not like a lot of food when he first moved here. But I was like, I don't know. I didn't like... Maybe I did force him to eat things sometimes. Oh, I can talk to him now.
I was really apprehensive about it, but I wasn't
Yeah.
like... I wouldn't outright, like, not try something.
Yes, I would agree with that. I can't say what the dot says because it scares me. It might sound like something else. You must like the rain. Hmm. Oh, makes sense. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm glad we had that conversation. Is it true Hawaiian pizza is liked by Hawaiians? I mean, I like it. I'm Hawaiian, but that's because my dad, who was white, really liked it. And that was the pizza that he would get when I was growing up. I wasn't really allowed to, like, I was allowed to pick my pizza, like, when I was a kid. So my dad, who was white and from the Ozarks, liked Hawaiian pizza. So that is the pizza I had. So I like it, but I am not a monolith. The dog that speaks in the slurs is just a little dot. It'll be okay. I will say that Hawaiian pizza, the idea of just calling something Hawaiian because pineapple was put on it, I'm not crazy about that. But I do like pineapple on things because I think sweet and savory and tart go really well together. Um, it's also worth mentioning that pineapples are not from Hawaii. They were brought here and plantations were made, and Hawaiians were largely the ones who had to work the plantations and were never really in charge of the plantations. Along with other people who were, along with other immigrants, and it was white people who owned the plantations, such as Dole. And it is worth mentioning that Dole is the one of the main people behind the overthrow of the Hawaiian kingdom, and installed himself as president of the Hawaiian Republic, because he believed that Hawaii should inherently be part of the United States. So I'm not crazy about Dole as a brand, if I'm gonna be so for real. You just like a meat pizza, it'll reduce your lifespan. I love a meat lover's pizza. I haven't had one in years, but meat lovers was my fucking favorite, dude. Oh my god, I love a meat lover's pizza. Every meat known to man on it. Absolutely delicious. Grandpa? Hmm. Grandpa! Oh, sorry, my mind wandered off there. Hmm. If I'm honest, I'm feeling sad that I never knew your mother at your age. She was such good friends with the Dots. Made contact before anyone else did. Just seemed to naturally understand them. She would go into the tree crown here with a big basket of fruit, and carefully hand out an equal-sized piece to each, until I joked that equal was an equal to a big dot and a little one. And then, from that moment on, she very seriously gave proportional-sized fruit pieces. A 3-year-old, can you imagine? You must think more like your mother, Kai. She was open and inventive, and not always looking for answers on a silver plate. Be stern, be angry. Why would I be angry? Mom isn't here. I am. Oh, I see. I will rest some more, I think. I mean, I guess. I don't know if that was worth getting mad about. That seemed weird. That seemed really weird. But I am a 16-year-old kid, so. Meat lovers is good, but you don't think you need that much meat at once. Just some sausage and pepperoni is good enough for me. Dude, I love meat lovers. Hold on. I love it. Like, again, I haven't had it in years. And the only pizza I have in my fridge right now is a vegetarian cauliflower crust pizza. But when I was a teenager, brother, I could put them away. I know you are tired of hearing from me, but I must ask. You feel it, I hope? The change in the air. I'm not going to be facetious. God, this kid is kind of sassy. This is kind of rude. The people. The feeling of the community as a whole. The garden you grew. The garden we made yesterday. Today felt different. Sounds healthy. Beak, what's your favorite pizza? Pepperoni. Pepperoni's his favorite pizza.
Pepperoni.
Yep. Today felt different. It was darker. But so was everyone else. Am I frustrating you again? No. Everyone felt like that garden today. The garden you grew today felt different. You learned something, and you also gave something back. A fine day's work. Stick with it, my girl. You got it, Grandpa. I believe I should be going to sleep soon. I am tired, but I have high hopes about my health tomorrow. Let us dare to hope that I may even have strength enough to venture out. And I can stop torturing you with my company. Don't say that! Make sure you don't stay up too long. I loved hanging out with my grandma, dude. Like me in that respect, in your yeah, I could put away a lot of fucking food in my teens. Not anymore. Yeah, admittedly the cauliflower crust pizza is very healthy, and I do enjoy it. I'll be honest, the reason I like thin crust 9 times out of 10. I also like uh what's it called? Neapolitan style pizza. I love that type of crust. I like all types of crust on pizza, but my general is like thin crust because again, that was what I grew up with. Like my dad would order either a cheese pizza or we would get ham and pineapple, and it was always thin crust. This is open. Oh, Mew, this is where you live. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Holy shit. Oh, surprisingly romantic pics. Mew, your home is gorgeous. Wait. Hang in there, kitty. I wanna... Wait. She must collect them from hunting. Oh. It's raining hard now. Oh, this is beautiful. I sat in the rain for a bit. It felt good on my fur. I didn't know you lived here. I'm gonna make this beautiful for you. Hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna make it beautiful. Who was he? Kevin McAllister? It was just like the type of pizza that my dad felt was appropriate for me to have because he didn't like me having pepperoni because it was too greasy. Um, you know, it was just like that's the type of pizza that he felt kids should have. Perfect. Oh, now it's perfect for her. You like thick crust, slightly less baked is your favorite. Love doughiness. Oh, interesting. Do you like Neapolitan pizzas then? I like Neapolitan pizzas. I know I've said that before, but they're not like they're not undercooked, but they are like soft and kind of pillowy. Very nice. Are you still? Yeah, it looks like you're still there. Cheese pizza is basic, neutral too in terms of calories. Yeah, I mean it's as basic as you can possibly get, right? I also think my dad should have let me have fucking pepperoni once in a while. He didn't like It's getting late. I'll see you tomorrow, dear girl. I must continue with this folio. I hope I will have more for you tomorrow. Okay. Bye. Okay. Just like soft bread and bread-like things. Oh. I like most things. I think that there are some things that I don't generally prefer to eat, but I will generally eat something even if I don't largely like it. I still don't know if anything happens in here. I see all the different types of gardens though. So I've done that one. I've done Melancholy and Pacific at the top. Purple and orange. Appropriate. So I wonder which one we'll be doing next. I feel like it's ramping up to Tongue's story. Or Island. So maybe like love or something. Pretty sure I don't want to wander the wilderness at night. Wilderness. You were raised a picky kid on accident. Your parents never made you eat vegetables. They tried but gave up after so long. See, that's not how it works with my family. That was not how it worked with my family. Either I ate everything that was on the plate or I did not eat. And hunger often won out. Or if I didn't finish everything on the plate, I would get into a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. And, you know, I didn't like being yelled at. It's worth mentioning that I would certainly not employ such techniques had I a child. But it is what it is. You're soaked! Errands can wait until tomorrow. There's a few younger folk in the bar, I think. Go over there and get warm. Honestly, I just mopped that floor. Tripping all over it. Can I have some stir fry? But, I don't know. Both my parents grew up, like, super poor. More or less. I'm gonna finish off at the bar. And so, like, to them, the idea of wasting food. And, like, I understand that. And frankly, they're not wrong. Like, it's not a wrong thing to, like, enforce on your kids that, like, food is not like, a guaranteed thing. And that is something that, like, it prepared me for in the future. Like, that was something I ended up having to deal with at certain points in my life, that food was not guaranteed, and you are probably going to have to, at times, eat whatever you can get, whether you like it or not, or else you're going to starve. And, but yeah, both my parents grew up extremely poor. Extremely poor. My father, like, they weren't like, no, they were poor. You know? But that's okay. And it's interesting how they both grew up to be very, very different people. And I won't say that they came from the same environment, but economically, kind of. You know? Oh, ad break coming out. They were very different people, very different environments that they grew up in. But yeah. So they impressed upon me at a young age, and it wasn't like I think I only ever heard, like, there are kids in some other place that would, you know, be starving by now, whatever. I only heard that, I think, a couple times in my life. They didn't use that one very much. There's no getting around it. The manure loads we've been trying recently, it leached into the water table. It's our fault, so we not only have to fix it, we have to do it quickly. Quickly. Now, Dennis, I think you're framing this as a challenge when actually it could be an opportunity. We follow your specifications. I just need you to please keep your mind on the job. Why not set out the health and skin benefits of bathing in mud? The job is shoveling muck and monitoring muck. Just don't get distracted, and there is the bigger picture here. I like muck. Just don't do it again. Please. Hey, Jilly. I do believe I could make a satisfactory coconut butter. I will develop a suitable emulsifier. Okay, girl. Or Uh, they. Okay, they. I keep coming out here like there's gonna be like somebody's just gonna appear, but you never know. And the day that I miss something, I'll be so upset at myself. The main things you were picky about was soup and fruit. Never had many issues at dinner. I don't begrudge people for being picky because again, like Beak was picky, but admittedly, I was like, if you're gonna live here, bud, you're gonna have to like brother looks at my brother. If you're gonna live here, you have to eat what we eat. Like there's not gonna be like us like making multiple different meals for people, you know? Oh yeah, the bar. Like it's not a financial option for us to have lots of different meals and lots of different food choices. We plan our meals and we cook it and we eat together and that's what it is. And but he like he adjusted and there was a lot of things he didn't like when he said that before. There were a lot of things he didn't like when he moved in, but he likes them a heck of a lot now. Like he didn't like curry when he moved in, like at all. And I would say even just Japanese curry. Even just Japanese curry, which is like, you know, it's curry, but it's not like curry, you know what I mean? And he didn't like it, like at all. And then I think like a year and a half ago, I said, look what I got. I said, look what I got. And he's like, what's that? I said, what do you think it is? He's like, it looks like a grilled sandwich. And I said, it's a curry pon. He's like, it looks like a fried sandwich. I said, yeah, it's curry pon. I said, you just try it. I said, just try it. It's got cheese in it. Just try it. Because there's this place here. There's a lot of Japanese places here. And I was like, just try it. If you don't like it, you don't have to eat it. Just try it. And he was like, okay. And he took a bite and he was like, oh. And now he loves curry. He likes all different types of curries. His spice tolerance has grown as well. He used to not be able to handle spice at all. You tried a calzone before? Calzones. Beak likes calzones. No, I don't want to end the day. Come on. Come on! Up, up, up. Not today, Bopac. You're not getting me today. Yes, yes! And your face. My face. My face. Woo! Whew, I really needed that. My face? Good game, Bopek. Anyone else want to challenge the undisputed champion? What am I supposed to do with my face? Oh, I think I've talked to everybody. Hold on, Siren. And I also want to say that I don't have a problem. I also don't consider people who have dietary restrictions as picky eaters. That's completely separate. A few of my exes had a lot of dietary restrictions. Like one of them was like allergic to the protein that was found in dairy foods and stuff like that. And so was like so like the closest approximation would say lactose intolerant, but not they weren't lactose intolerant. And I don't know. I consider it worth it in an absolute labor of love when you're dating somebody or you have somebody in your life as a friend or family who you care about and they have dietary restrictions and like you kind of put your heart into making sure that they can eat whatever that you're making. And that's kind of something I like to do is if I make something, I want to make sure I love making things specifically for the people that I'm making them for. And it was definitely a language of love. Like when I was dating her, I basically like I almost totally stopped eating dairy myself. Like almost totally stopped eating dairy myself. I switched over to oat milk because she loved oat milk. I tried cooking with like different types of like vegan cheeses and stuff like that. I figured out how to cook with it. I figured out how to do all these things and it was worth it. It was something. It was like a new skill set that I came away with that was really nice. And yeah, I don't know. There have been people that I've known, and I again having a dietary restriction. That's not being a picky eater. That's just having a dietary restriction, right? You don't get mad at people for having glasses. So what's with the sirens? I live in a very busy city. I live in a very busy city. I don't live in a bad part at all. Like I live in like a generally nice part of Hawaii. It's not like a fancy place or anything at all. It's very urban, but it is urban. And so like I live near like a couple different hospitals. And so that's usually the sirens that go on. So like I'm not living, I don't live in a bad neighborhood. Not that, you know, that's a bad thing or anything. It's just, it's, there's like, there's a lot of emergency vehicles going around. Military base or a tsunami siren? No, no, no. I do not live on a military base. Nope. I am not military whatsoever. And we don't have, no, we don't, we've had a couple tsunami scares recently, but not so much. Like, everything was fine. I've only heard a tsunami siren a few times in my life. Kiss his face and tell him it's perfect. I heard your boat work is turning out good. It's okay. A fine thing to have your own boat. I should know, Sweet Lullaby has been with me for years now. There's a lot of looking after her, but she's worth it. It'll be great to have a bit of freedom. Plus you get to say things like, my, she is Yar. Yar? Sure. What does Yar mean? Just one of them things you say. Easy to handle, quick to the helm, all the things a boat should be. Maybe it's her own movie. What I mean is, there's romance in a boat. You've got to think about how you relate to her. Is she your refuge, your escape vessel, your home and hearth, your co-adventurer? Have you named her yet? No? Well, get on it. It's important. Names are important. It's true. Yeah, we have tsunami siren testing, but I've only heard it being used actively, I should say, a few times. Woo-wee! Island spilled more of her drink than drank it tonight. Funny mood. Oh well, I'm nearly swept up. I can't tell you, my uncle had a pufferfish light just like that. Oh, welcome back from ads. Just leave me. If you're going to sit in the rain getting all wet, then so am I. I'm not cold. You're pregnant. The baby is fine. You're pregnant. I've been scooping up filthy water all day, and I can't shower. This is heaven. Oh, fair. Yeah, well, can't... Oh, she needs a bath. She deserves a bath. God damn. Oh, thank you for the stretch and the beak hydrate. She yar on my boat. Well, the point, you better hydrate. You better hydrate. That's what they redeemed. I won't be accused of being a scammer. You better be going to get water.
So better go check on the soup.
Alright, go check on the soup. Seek water intake. Alright, he's going to get himself some water. It's a little funny sometimes streaming and having my sibling in the background with me. You know. It's a little funny. But it's okay. It's kind of nice. It's kind of lucky that I have such a good relationship with him, honestly. A lot of people, they don't get along with... They're lucky if they even, if they ever even find like a friend or something, you know what I mean, that they get along so well with. So I feel very lucky. Oh, running. Hey, Jelly. The hour is late. You should be recharging. Alright, you got it. Hold on, I gotta check your room. With amazing, immaculate taste. Can you make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Just so fucking. I don't know why it makes me laugh. Peanut butter and jelly. So funny. I think it's so funny, but I'm a dad joke type of person. I love them stupid puns. I love puns. All right, let's go check everything out. I do. I like puns. Mm-hmm. I like them a lot. Well, I guess he did spend the night at the archive. Dennis needs to fucking make right by Island. It is not okay that, like, that happened, especially with her being pregnant. It's not okay. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Fish. Yeah, it's a good one. Hello. Hello. Puns and wordplay are a lot of fun. They are. They are. That's what you're doing. Is there anything? I'm gonna not check, and one day I'm gonna miss something, so I better check. Anything in here? We good? I wonder who lights it at night. Is it Karu, do you think? Little buggo. He's a little buggo. This game is so peaceful. I want it to keep raining, but I know it's gonna stop raining probably as soon as I end the day. That makes me a little sad. But that's okay. We must progress the story. Oh, that garden looks so pretty. I want to plant another garden. What's the next garden? I think it's going to be tongues. It seems to be a lot of dialogue involving tongue. I think it's going to be tongue. Right? I think it's going to be tongue. You? Hell yeah. I haven't listened to this record in years. Every year that goes by, I feel like this has to be it. The point where things will get easier. Does it? Life is now, isn't it? If you knew a secret, like about how someone loves someone, but they'd never tell, not in a million years, maybe you should help them, right? Because you've got to live. Carpe, what's it? You've got to. It's not fair not to. I don't know. Sometimes it's not your kuleana. You know what I mean? This music kicks ass, by the way. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Like, in the interest of the story, I guess I should say you should say something, but as an actual answer, sometimes if somebody doesn't want to tell somebody how they feel, that's kind of their problem. If I'm going to be very honest. Like, when I like somebody, I don't hesitate to tell people. I mean, sometimes I hesitate, but 9 times out of 10, I'll just be like, hey, I like you. And, like, maybe because I'm just, like, not expecting anything back, you know? I don't know. So I don't know. But a lot of my thinking is either piss or get off the pot, right? Like, hold on, I got held. All his viewers like you. What? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. All his viewers. All us viewers. I see. All his viewers. Thank you, Zero. I appreciate that. Hi, Scythe. How are you? Who we pissing? Oh, the term piss or get off the pod, it means, like, do so, like, put up or shut up. Like, do it or get, you know, or get out. Like, just do it. Like, either do it or move on type of thing. And, like, that is, which is, by the way, something I think my grandma used to say, or my grandfather, on my father's side, which is basically, like, either tell them that you like them, or get over it. And if you're in a situation where you cannot tell somebody that you like them because maybe they're in a relationship, maybe it's just not, it's not good timing, maybe it's not considerate of their feelings, maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not even being considerate of your own feelings. Then you gotta move on. You gotta get over it. And like that's my thing. If I'm not gonna tell somebody I like them, I move on. I move on. And that is what it is. In the interest of the storyline, I think you should always say something, yeah. Also, I was supposed to be like 16 here, and 16-year-old me would definitely say that. Life is now. It's time to make something of it. You got it, girl. Are there people who... Oh, wait, there was something for me to look at. Go back. I think I get why she likes the romance of these now. Cool. She's so fucking cool. Miu is like the coolest person on planet Earth. Are there people who don't do that? Yeah, some people hang on to their crushes and it's like, look, you can hang on to a crush, okay? You can absolutely hang on to a crush if you really, really want to. But I'm going to tell you what the problem with that is. The problem is that oftentimes it can fester and turn into resentment or frustration or wondering, why not me? Why aren't they looking at me? Why aren't they picking me? When they don't even know that you might even be an option. And that's not fair to the other person. You're putting a lot of expectations on them, even if you're not telling them how you feel. You put expectations on them. And that's not fair. It's not right to do that to somebody. And so, yeah, some people hold on to it. And if you can actually manage your crush in a way where it won't affect your relationship with that other person, where it won't affect them as an individual, then great, pine away. But, oh, thank you so much for the stretch. Ultimately, I think it's important to move forward. Some people don't. Gotta wait for the bond to strengthen between the two of you, right? I mean, you can wait. There's nothing wrong with waiting. I do also think that, like, there is still an expectation placed there. I don't like unless there's, like, something spoken between the two of you, and there's, like, some sort of, like, a mutual agreement that's been come to, I don't know that waiting is ever, like, if waiting for somebody to become single or something like that, I don't know if it's ever a good idea. I think that you should live your life, and if life brings you back to each other, then fabulous. But if not, you know, it's just going to get more and more difficult. And again, that resentment might build up, and it just doesn't seem healthy. Every pussy never fess up on crushes. It's puts out you never have any chance anyway, so you're quick on moving on. Oh, I mean, I think you're a very interesting and cool person. I'm sure that a lot of people out there would be interested in you. I don't know, but I think so at least. Um, but yeah, I just feel like the idea of waiting for somebody to come around to you, that feels both unkind to you and unkind to them, because it's unkind to you in the sense where it's like you're somebody who has to be come around to. No, you should be somebody's first choice. Somebody should look at you and have a feeling, you know what I mean? At the same time, sometimes people aren't in the right place for it at the time, and maybe they'll see it later on, but it also kind of expects that someday they'll see your worth or something like that, and that kind of puts some kind of onus on them, and that's not fair to them, because if they never come around to you, then, like, is your self-esteem, like, are you going to think less of them for it? Is your self-esteem going to take a major hit? It's just really messy. I just think it's better, either, if you have feelings for and there's nothing wrong with having a crush on somebody for a long time. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I've been in situations where I've crushed on people and just never acted on it. But it's just important to kind of hold on to yourself through that and make sure you're not pining. I think that pining after somebody is not generally helpful. Only so many people can be someone's number one. Everyone gets settled for. Maybe. Um, maybe. I don't know. You're stupid. What's pining? Pining is like longing for somebody. Like when you pine for somebody, it's like, oh, you stay up nights and, you know, you think about them and you're consumed by them. It's a pining is almost like, I wouldn't even say pining is love. Pining is kind of just obsession. Yeah, there it is. Yearning and obsession. It's like yearning to the point of obsession. You can yearn for somebody and still be kind of removed and not get yourself all wrapped up in it. But pining is like it's like it's like, oh my god. They're like my everything, which makes sense if you're like, I don't know, married to somebody and then they have to go out to sea for a bit. But like if it's not somebody I don't think it's a good idea. You never yearn, don't feel like you have any chance, so you're good on that side. Well, the important thing is that you know yourself and what you want, and that's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. You know what I mean? If the important thing is you're secure in what you want and what you know about yourself, and that's all that matters. I admit I yearn a bit. I admit that I desire to be somebody's number one, and I am fully capable of making my significant other my number one. So I've been in a few relationships, and I've walked away from most of them because I just wasn't willing to settle. I knew that I deserved more. And the ones that I didn't get a chance to walk away from first, I definitely walked away from, like, I definitely was the first one to sever emotional ties, because the times I've been broken up with, somebody's broken up with me, uh, it was always me who's like, okay, well, then, like, it was always, like, really difficult, admittedly. Like, it's not like, if I really cared about the person, I'm not going to sit here and say that I wasn't heartbroken or I didn't cry or anything like that. But it does get to a certain point for me where I'm like, okay, well, then I can't talk to you anymore. I got to move on. And that was always, like, always so upsetting for them. And, like, always, always, always. And I'm like, you broke up with me. You broke up with me. Oh my god. You treat rejection like dying to a boss in a Souls like. It's likely, but try. Slightly related, the VAs of Isabella and Phineas are married. That's cute. Wanting to be someone's one. Yeah. You do that a lot, but not specifically someone. Yeah. I. It may take a long time, but I know that at some point I will find that person. It is not my end game. It is not something I'm obsessed with. It is not something that I'm desperate for. But it is, you know, it's something that I know will happen for me. And I know it will happen for me because I don't know, I just know. And again, it may take a long time. It may take a long time, but I'm never ever going to settle, because I've seen what happens when people settle, and I've seen what happens when people find their one. I've seen, this is going to sound stupid, but I've seen true love. I have seen it. I have borne witness to it. I have seen true love. And because I've seen it, I know I can have it. So, maybe that's goofy. I don't know when I'm going to get it. And maybe when I'm in my 40s, my 50s, my 60s, who knows. But I will get it. I know. You're jaded, you just draw and clown around. You know what? Just do your thing, man. Just do your thing, and life will come to you when it comes. That's all that matters. You're obsessed with this, but also it's more work than you're willing to do. I could see that. If something's more work than you're willing to do, I would say definitely don't like go in on it. You'll only cause yourself heartache. Sleeping. All right. Oh yeah, I should check Mew. I should check if Miu is doing okay after today. Don't know what that was all about. I guess if she wants to tell me, she will. So sleepy. My check. Grandpa isn't annoyed at me. He was nice, but in a kinda, I don't know, guarded way. Yeah, I don't know why I was rude to him. That was not nice. Ugh, what a day. Maybe Spike can cheer me up in the bar. Seems everyone's had a bad day. Yuck. I feel a bit bad. I should tell Grandpa about the garden. I feel a bit bad, but also I don't see why he can't just be straight with me. There's a joke there, but I'm not gonna make it because it's too easy. You have to be top tier in so many categories. It's exhausting to just live. What's happening? Oh, it's Karoo. I don't remember the voice I gave them, so sorry, I'm just gonna not. Looking. I'm gonna have some water while we watch. 7 gardens mood is sung. Papu flowers for the fun. Hold on, I'm gonna drink water. I don't like centipedes. I don't like centipedes. No. You're cute though, but get off me. You're cute, but get off me. It's a beetle, little beetle. Ah! What? What is it? A dream! Not gonna make him worry. Dreams can be powerful things. What did you see? And then there was a massive beetle! Of course, I understand. But you're safe now. You know, I'm feeling very much recovered. Let's get out of this stale old room. Let's go. Alright. You always wonder how things go with relationships in today's world, with being able to so much more widely connected via the internet. Oh, no, bird's thing. You king. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Is that really you? Aylin, my dear. Grandpa needs to cut his toenails. You're really beginning to show. Oh, I suppose I am. It suits you. I believe you've met my granddaughter, Kai. Grandpa wants to freshen up. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little overexcited. Be mischievous. I don't want to be sarcastic. And a little stinky. Now, my cheery mood is no reason to get cheeky. Well, you've come to the right place. I'll give you the full package. Even the foot rub? Everything. I don't want any of those exfoliating things. I have delicate skin. Of course. Oof. Sorry, the baby is kicking. Magical. The first few times it is. After that, it loses its magic a bit. It's been a while since I was able to see you. Mori has been great. I see. She interferes a bit, but she's a good midwife. No concerns? Just a little sickness. You and I should talk some more. Hi, am I right that you've been growing gardens? You need something? Something need doing? Worse, they go worse because everyone's comparing each other to the best. The best what? Like people? For relationships? I don't know. All the people I've ever been attracted to were people that were just passionate about something that they were really into, and man. When I think about the meaningful relationships that I've had, the strongest ones were always with people who had some kind of passion or drive. Maybe they weren't conventionally attractive, but they didn't need to be, because I thought that they were just amazing and like in their heart and their brain. I don't know. I don't really compare people to people online. I don't like comparing people in general. Although I do hold people to a standard where I do compare most men I meet now to Javi, because Javi is kind of like the standard for me. And what he and Kaya have are like beyond magical. Oh, they're so wonderful together. I love them. They make me feel all warm inside when I think about them. So maybe I do a little bit of comparing to like my friend Javi, but that's just because he's like one of my best friends. And I'm kind of like, he's a good man. Other men should also be good men. It's obviously not that hard. I think if you don't get high five, get off my DMs. Oh, I think if you don't high five, get off my DMs. I do. I'm going to use up the last of my Kuroko oil on Nono. Could you grow me some more? What a wonderful idea. I do recall they grow particularly well in the garden by the lighthouse. Fun! Oh, it would be gorgeous to have a bit more life out there. You might as well grow the whole garden while you're at it. Kuroko oil. Right. I just need some adult plants. I can do the rest. If you pop along to see Mori, she'll have some seeds. In the meantime, let's get Nono looking spick and span. I got an achievement called Bug-a-Bed, living close to nature. Sticky salts and oils. Chapter 4, Bath Day. Alright, let's go look around a bit. Ooh, garden's looking so pretty. Oh, there's a dot. Archives are closed. How's the soup, Beak? Is it okay?
It's good.
It's good? Oh, I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
Yum, yum, yum. I put a lot of stuff in it.
Ugly stuff.
A lot of good stuff, that's right. We only put the good stuff in our soups. But yeah, it was like, I made a broth. Well, I cooked the chicken down, so I made like a really nice chicken stock. And then I added like a little bit of kombu, some miso paste, some shiroi miso. Hold on, sirens. I put the shredded chicken back in. And, from the chicken I broke down. A couple different types of pepper. A little bit of Vietnamese fish sauce. Cause that shit's delicious. Shiitake mushrooms. Carrots. Just all kinds of stuff. I'm glad they were. You dap the fuck out of your GF. Correct. I'm peeking. Is there anything out here for me? I feel like kombu is such a great way, like, maybe it's like a little bit of a hack, but kombu is such an easy way to add, like, deliciousness to, like, soup and stuff like that. You just cook some kombu down. Oh, so yummy. So yummy. Oh, there's a gecko there. Kombu and miso. OP combination. Man, I'm picking everything up. I don't think I even need to get these, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You're a big fan of wakame yourself. Wakame is nice. It's not extremely flavorful, but the wakame soup is very kind of mild. And that's kind of where its charm lies. Kepa tree seed, alright. It's not a very strong flavor, but it doesn't need to be. Kombu is much stronger. And that's why I like it. That's why kombu is, I think, used in dashi and stuff like that. That's why I like it. It's strong tasting. Yum, 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 yum. I like flavor. As an accent, it's got a nice... Yeah, it does have... It's got a very nice bouncy texture. Depending. Just a touch of bite, yeah. Very toothy. Toothsome. Funniest thing about rejection, one thing we learn to do upon failure is self-reflect, so when we get rejected, we usually assume our fault for not being good enough in some way. Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah. I think that when we get rejected, we often immediately go to the issue is with ourselves. I think it's also important to acknowledge the fact that sometimes it isn't us, and sometimes it legitimately is the other person. Like, legitimately, sometimes they are just not in a place to see somebody in that way for the time being. But what's important is that they communicate that clearly, and they don't fuck around with fucking make-believe and fantasies. I'm definitely... it definitely isn't coming from some personal life experience or something like that. Oh, as long as you're not fucking around with people and leading them on, you'll be fine. Oh, it's very specific. But it's also good advice. You know? Sometimes it, like, legitimately isn't your fault. Hold on, Siren. I don't even think it's really venting, I just think it's good advice. That, like... It was loud. Harsh hum. Oh, humming. Actual humming. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that was one of the old songs. From before even my living memory. They're like folk melodies, I suppose you'd say. I don't know, that one always seems to come out when things feel on edge. But enough of that. How's Nono today? He went to the bathhouse, actually. My goodness! Well, how wonderful. Actually, I need to grow some karoka. For Aylin's wonderful bath oils, no doubt. It doesn't grow in my garden, but I'm sure I've got some seeds in my store. I need to finish up here, but when you come back at lunchtime, I'll dig them out. In the meantime, why don't you go keep Tongue company? He's messing around with that boat again. I'll see you later, sweetie. You got it. Oh, you know. A hi, Slapper! How many people are realistically going to ask for a reason or give a reason for that answer? I mean... like, a reason for saying no thank you? I always give a reason. I hate to say it, but I'm pretty... I'm a professional at turning people down. Unfortunately, I am a professional at turning people down. And I always give a reason. I never just say, no thank you. I never do that. I always... I tend to elaborate, and I will say, I'll be honest about, like, oh, I'm not in a place for that right now, but I think you're lovely, or, like, maybe we can reconnect sometime in the future, but I'd rather if you, like, don't wait for me, or something like that. Or I'll be honest and I'll be like, this is one that I tend to have to bring out a lot, which this isn't directed at anybody specific, just to be clear. Just do a very quick disclaimer. This is just something that I have to oftentimes say, and it is something that happens often where I have to say this specific thing. So this isn't against anybody specific. This isn't me trying to call anybody out or anything. This is just me being honest. Sometimes I have to say, I'm sorry, you're just too young for me. Which sounds dumb. But it is honest, because I'm in my 30s, and unfortunately I am just dating somebody. I'm in my mid-30s, and dating somebody in their 20s for me right now is not, it does not feel appropriate. They'd have to be beyond remarkable. The other thing that I often have to say is, I'm so sorry, I don't feel comfortable dating somebody who is, like, part of, like, a certain friend group or something like that, because, like, if we break up or something goes bad, like, it's probably just gonna make things really messy in a friend group, and I don't like doing that. That isn't to say that I'm not open to dating people who are, like, maybe in their late 20s, or, like, who is in my friend group, or is friends with me, but it is usually I usually have to work really hard to see beyond those things. Because I've done, you know, I've assessed the risks, and the risks tend to be, I might lose this person as a friend if we date. and that would destroy me. It is worse for me to lose a friend than it is for me 9 times out of 10 to lose a partner. But if a friend has become a partner and I lose them, that is one of the worst things I've ever experienced. That is one of the worst things I've ever experienced in my life. Hello. Hey, what's up? Caught anything good lately? Or today? I haven't baited the hook. This is practice. At lunchtime, I'm going to fish with friends. So I am practice fishing now. So I can be good. Oh, bullpig. Lunchtime is friend time. Now is practice. Nobody here. No offense, but you've been tuning out the relationship talk. You're not interested in relationships. You have a stable life anyway. That's fine. You don't have to be, like, mega invested in the conversation or anything like that. That's okay. I relate to that, honestly. I'm not particularly interested in relationships until I'm stable. How do I decide to date someone if not by forming a friendship with them? Hold on, Siren. Oh, to be clear, I didn't say that I wouldn't date a friend. I just said that I have to work hard to get beyond the fear of losing them as a friend. You know what I mean? I have to really work to get beyond that fear of losing them. If my feelings for them are strong enough where it's worth the risk, then I'll give it my best shot. But if the risk assessment is too great, like there are friends that like I would be like legitimately afraid, like not just losing them, but like affecting like the whole of a friend group or something like that, that would be devastating to me. And I've experienced that. And that's not something I really am comfortable with going through again. So I prefer to get to know people first. I am somebody who likes to get to know people first, but like I'm not gonna lie and be like there hasn't been people that I've met and I've immediately been like, oh, I like you. You know what I mean? I like you and I'd like to date you. You know what I mean? There have been instances where I've just seen somebody or been around somebody and I like their energy so much that I'm smitten. It happens. Pragmata. Oh, I have seen people play it. I have been thoroughly spoiled. I've already watched people play it. And I have messed with it in my own time. But I think that Pragmata is very, very cool. I think it's very cool. I'm watching somebody, not immediately, but there is somebody else that I've been watching play it right now. I like when that kid bites into the data like a candy bar. It's really fucking funny. Fucking like I love that. Hey, I'm nearly ready to open if you're after anything. Sorry? I'm nearly finished stock checking if there's anything you need for the bar today or I'm sorry, I'm such an early bird. I forget it takes a while for others to wake up. You haven't even swum yet. Or had any coffee. And you go to bed so late too, I'm sorry. Just because I'm not fit to answer don't mean I don't like to listen. You say sorry too much anyhow. Aha! Despite all your perkiness, you don't know what to say now, do you? I don't apologize? That's the spirit. Here we go. Here he goes. There's his little butt. I'm sorry. I knew she would. Claire, girl, you gotta get it together. Honey, we gotta get this together. We gotta get it worked out. Is... I'm sorry, is his dick floating? Is there like a tiny bit of his dick that's floating?
I think that's a hand.
You think that's his knee?
His hand?
No, not his hand. I see the hand. There's a tiny little spot right there.
Oh my god. I think that's his leg. Not you zooming in.
His thigh? I guess it could be. It does not look like that. I was like, what the hell? Oh.
She said, let me whip out that fucking microscope. That magnifying glass.
Aylin said to get some seeds from Mori. No luck, need to go back at lunch. I am 90% sure Mori is trying to set me up with tongue. What? Oh, wow, I didn't even get that at all. Also heard another one of those songs. At least I think I did. Maybe I inherited being able to understand them or something. Guess I'll go see what Tongue's up to in the yard. So sleepy. Weird dreams. I think there was a giant centipede. Then I woke up and there was a huge bug on the bed. Living in the wild is freaky.
You're...
Yeah, a little bit. No! Didn't check out the rest of the area. I guess I checked everything except for the beach. It'll be okay. You're painting it already? Yep, fixed the holes, sanded it down. This paint has some kind of sealant in it Dennis gave me. Must be great to do something so productive. It's a great color. Sounded really not nice for some reason. Thank you so much for the stretch. I do apologize if people aren't interested in the relationship talk. It is something I am fine with talking about. I'm glad you think so. I don't know if they go. Anyway. Taking shape, right? Better than moving boxes around anyway. Miu always said if I ever got my act together on this, we should take it for a test drive. Actually, I was thinking tomorrow? Just a short trip or whatever. Would you like to come? Would Miu mind? Of course not. We're not. She and I are just... Please come. It will be nice. I like nice. Yeah, sure. It's not... No, it's not just you, because my little brother is also not... He literally... Yeah, my little brother is also like, I hate this. It's not just you. And even if it was just you, it's okay. Sure, when should I be when? Where should I be when? We should leave at dawn from the harbor. I know it's early, but the currents are stillest then. It's going to be really great, just you wait. Let's hang out. Mum and Mori are worried I'm going to sail away in this thing. Is that the plan? It's not me yapping about the topic to you. I'm just talking... People ask me about it in general. Is that the plan? You act like all I talk about are fucking relationships. That is not true. No, it's certainly not true. I will kick you out.
Boy, crazy.
That is never being used to describe me in my entire life. This is actual slander.
Yuck.
You want to talk about boy crazy? I'm looking at you, little man. I'm looking at you. Mm-hmm.
Gross. Yucky.
Pain in the ass. Fuck. Shut up. I bet. Look. Oh my god. I do not talk about relationships in my off time. Just to be very, very fucking clear. This is something I largely only talk about when I'm on stream. Because I have nobody to talk about it with. Beak is boy crazy. My brother is boy crazy. He's absolutely boy crazy. It's definitely not open sea worthy. Do you want to though? I don't know. Family are supposed to worry, aren't they? My dad, I don't know. Maybe they think I inherited running away. Oof. There's not much for me here, but why would there be anything anywhere else? You know, my dad died a couple years ago. He was a pilot. There was an accident or whatever. Maybe it was different because I was older. But it was just me and my mom and this tiny baby, you know? Being left behind sucks. Dennis said I need to be more positive. He said fixing things always makes him feel useful. I guess I do have a pretty cool boat now. Yeah. I'm more often girl crazy than I am boy crazy. If I'm gonna be honest. Not that I don't like men. I like men.
I'm that stuck chicken.
You're that stuck chicken? Yeah. 3 stone leek seed. Okay. I mean, I think we're gonna have to come out here anyway, but... I'm anybody crazy. I'm not somebody who is like... Oh. Hello? Ah. Ah. Cool. Okay. The only thing you're crazy for is chocolates? Hell yeah, dude. Oh man, chocolate. Chocolate sounds great right now. You like both, but women are yar. Yeah. Chocolate won't break your heart. Just stop it if I eat too much. What a mood. What is going on outside? Somebody's like, it sounds like somebody's fucking car started backfiring. Kai, I went to see Aylin about fitting me in today and I couldn't believe it. You must be so happy. Did Grandpa tell you I got scared by a tiny bug or something this morning? Because it was the size of an actual horse. Goodness. No wonder the bathhouse was your first thought. Now, what was it I wanted to... Oh, yes. Aylin said you're going to fix up that sad bit of land by the lighthouse. I've got some seeds in my stocks that might help. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you. Actually, the spotted kunga is really rare. You might like to save that one for a garden a bit more central. Aylin couldn't fit me in until this afternoon. I can't wait. I've been feeling really drab recently. Of course, it's probably all in my head. I'm sure I look just as drab as I ever did. I think I'm going to get one of Aylin's face masks. And then go for a nice, refreshing drink in the bar this evening. That's nice. What kind of horses has she seen? True. Aw, Bullpeck looks so happy. Ah, Tongue didn't stand him up for fishing. I'm so happy. Good boy, Tongue. I don't know if y'all are ready for this yarn. Will the yarn catch the fishes? A yarn's like a word for a story. Will the story catch the fishes? Unlikely. Come on, it's unlikely either way. And this is a special one. Special is good. Go on then. I don't know if you're ready for it. Just tell us! The story! The story! Alright now. Remember when Nono used to lead those meditation sessions? He'd get you all nice and relaxed, guide you through your troubles. Well, once I was sitting here after a little meditative journey, feeling light as a feather. I was looking at the water's surface, feeling woozy in a nice kind of way. Everything was all light and relaxed, but also completely clear, you know? Staring at the reeds dancing away. Then suddenly, under the surface of the water, redder, much redder than any reed could be, hair, beautiful red hair. Ah, shut up. I swear that's what I saw. Someone cut off their hair? Beautiful green eyes. No dummy. Spike's saying he saw a mermaid. Not a dummy. Just for a second. And in the flick of a tail, she'd gone. She didn't call people dummy. Just a perfect moment. It was just some red seaweed and a fish or something. It felt totally real. Real! It was real! Look what you did to Bopek. Just because you're too sad to see mermaids. Shut up, Bo! Too sad to see bitches. You're scaring the hoes, Tongue. Come on, guys. Ugh. That was really funny. You're too sad to see mermaids. Howdy, little lady. You reckon anywhere you can get a good drink in this town? Yeah, it's true. I do. I am capable of doing that. I am Native Hawaiian, but my dad is white and he's from the Ozarks, so I spent quite a lot of time in the Ozarks and in Texas as well. So I sometimes when I'm around certain members of my family, I can sound a little different. If I really want to. If I'm wanting. And oh yeah. Wish I was back in Texas. Yeah, that's me. But yeah. So that's kind of a funny little tidbit about me. And it kind of makes sense then when I say, like, yeah, I spent a lot of time around horses growing up. Now it makes sense, right? It makes a little bit more sense. Yes, I spent a lot of time around horses. And I say things like, good lord, in a flatbed Ford. Stuff like that. Because that's what my dad says. He says, good lord, in a flatbed Ford. Look, I was just trying to liven things up a little. Sure. Friend fishing was supposed to be fun. It is, buddy. Look, beautiful sun and the cool water. See any redheads down there? Telling you, lay off. You lay off your daddy. Likes horses and can do an accent. Just missing jeans, flannel, a cowgirl hat, maybe even a truck. Actually, well, it's not doing an accent. I can just talk. That is just how I grew up talking for part of my life. And I do have jeans and flannel, and I have a hat. I do, because I lived on a ranch. I had all those things, and I had boots that I wore basically every single day for like fucking many years. Actually, I prefer boots. I don't wear them much anymore, but I do prefer them. There you are! I was actually a little inspired when you came to ask me about seeds. Some are quite rare, but I've got whole sacks of the green claw. They're too bitter for us to eat, but when I was scrubbing out my pans this morning, I thought, all this fat just being thrown away. And then it hit me. Seed balls, handy little feeders for the birds. Did you find the koroka too? Now. Not taking everything too seriously, I hope. If there was ever a thing Nono needs a little more of, it would be restfulness. Here's what you came for. Aha! I'm rushed off my feet today. I've not had a chance to even breathe. Have I missed anything good? Nono and Yoke. I think Nono and Yoke are having a catch-up. It's so incredible what you've done for him, you know? I can't believe it. Although I have to say it's very rude of him not to drop by. He'll make his way. I'm sure he can't wait to say hi. He just had to get clean first. I'll have to finish up lunch here, but soon I have to find a moment. I'll go out and find them. Mori, are you okay? Of course, it's just... I'm the youngest of the lot of us, you know. Not by much, mind. Always the third wheel, and I liked it that way. Those two, thick as thieves, always finding a new thing to sulk about. And I'd be there to soothe the pride and laugh at the folly. Oh, ignore me. Chopping onions always gets me. Whoa. Are you hungry, sweetie? Want to hear what's for lunch? Yeah! Cool, yeah. Wonderful. Veggie or meat first? Meat. Nose hog and gelosa leaf stir fry with noodles. Crispy blue bugs goes particularly well as a topping. Want to hear the veggie option? Yeah. It's wall sprout stew. Very high in vitamins. But to be honest, no one ever seems to want wall sprout stew. So can it make you say, I will have some wall sprout stew. I'll risk the stew. Maybe a good idea after give my vitamin... Oh my god. I'll risk the stew. Maybe a good idea after I gave my vitamin pills to Jelly. Yeah. Lovely. Just a tick. She goes. Hell yeah. Maury's fucking breaking it down in the kitchen. One wall sprout stew. Here you are. If you see Nono, tell him to wait for me to come out and say hello. Oof, these onions are really stinging my eyes. And admittedly, while I never owned a truck, my father has owned many instead. I have never personally owned a truck, but I have been around trucks. Jelly, are you eating? Well, Jelly looks so cool when they do that. Alright, let's go check out the archives. Hi, Russell, you having a nap? Maybe I should... Oh, I can pick this now! Can I talk to Princess? Princess! Princess! Ah! Look, of course I don't want to make you unhappy. That sounds like what it is to me. I miss you, Princess. I want to see you. So come down here and visit me. But wouldn't it be wonderful if you could come up in the fresh air and be with me above ground? I'm happy where I am. You don't get to change that. Nerf. You see, Russell agrees with me. Girl. You've only just come down here. There's just too much going on right now. You can't even spare more than 10 minutes to be with me. Snurf, snurf. I'm sorry. I do miss you. Girl. Princess, I don't know about this. This is not the attitude to have, girl. He's got work to do. And he needs to do it. Graptopalatum seed. Alright, those are words. That's a word and a half. So, why are we here? Market research. I just wanted some fresh air. But why does it have to be me? Hello? Why does what have to be you? Go on. Human girl! Good start, very polite. We would like to talk to you about the exfoliating qualities of mud. Leave now while you still have the chance. They're fun. I like them. Oh, archive's still closed. That's okay. Let me just take a little... What are the chances? I probably don't have to run all the way out to the wilderness every time, huh? I'll check the temple and then that's it. Not here. Where are you, Karu? I mean, I understand what he's saying. In order to fix whatever it is, I need to plant the gardens of their respective songs. Interesting. I'm just gonna roll my neck for a second. What was I doing? I don't remember. Oh, Grandpa. I'm sorry to keep saying this, but it's such a joy. Such a joy. You haven't got rid of me yet, but it is good to see you, old friend. I so wish to visit, but with all those steps... I know, don't think on it, chum. But now I'm back at ground level. How about a rematch? I'm sorry? Chess! I've been dying for a game. Can you get time away from that infernal archive of yours? You know I've always time to beat you at chess. Oh, ad started. This chess set has been gathering dust. I thought I might be able to tempt Gillet to learn, a scientific mind like theirs, but alas. How have you survived without me to keep your mind lively? I did attempt to set up a small book club, But only Claire was interested. And we don't quite agree when it comes to literature. If I recall, she likes adventure and crime. I tried to persuade her of some of the great romances, but she just didn't seem interested. Come on now, let's get me one last victory before I shuffle off this mortal coil. Oh ho! That's how I'm to keep you hanging on, in perpetual defeat. Oh, yoke, indeed, indeed. Well now, aren't you supposed to be growing Koroka for Aileen? You worked that girl too hard, you know. Not that she hasn't done you a world of good. I didn't tell you yet about our little visitor this morning, did I? Don't believe a word he says, Yoke. Worry not. I've always taken everything Nono says with a pinch of salt. You guys got a lot to say. Check. Just testing you, my friend. Just testing. Mori said to collect seeds from her at lunch. Got a bunch of cool seeds. Apparently the garden out west by the lighthouse is best for Koroka. Aileen wants some Koroka. She can make a bath potion with it. Guess I'll go see what Tongue's up to in the yard. Boat trip! Boat trip! Will def regret saying yes when I have to get up at dawn, though. You can play chess decently well. Nice! You're a smooth brain checkers guy. You used to play chess, so you like games of shogi, but you're bad at both now. Oh. I like games. I do like, I like checkers, I like chess. I like, you know, I'll play anything if people will sit down and teach me how to play it. And now he's gone to visit Yoke. Huh. I've not seen him look you so well in so long. It was lovely. Poker, hell yeah. Although now I'm completely out of Kuroko oil. Did Grandpa leave already? Oh, hi, sweetie. Yes, he went to see Yoke. Did you have a chance to go see Mori about those Koroka seeds? Mew, Kai is going to fix up the garden by the lighthouse. Cool. Such green fingers. Did Grandpa seem okay? Almost like his old self. Whatever you've done, Kai, keep doing it. I see what you mean. There's some matting back here. It may even be washing too much that does it. Sounds silly, but when you wash, you're stripping the hair of natural oils. What am I supposed to do? Wander around covered in buffalo blood? What do you do on your days off from hunting? Swim. How about I mix you up a protective then? Just run it through your fur before you swim and hunt. It'll help your fur hang on to the natural oils, keep it nice and smooth. Nice. I like earthy smells. Mew, I would never mix you up something flowery. I like games. Yeah. I just like rules and systems, love delving into it, which is why shogi sticks to me a bit more now. Cool. Playing Pazak in Star Wars KOTOR gave me a love for blackjack. That's cool. That's awesome. That's actually pretty fucking cool, dude. Hell yeah. Her door's closed. Is there anything for me to look at here? Are there seeds I can get up top? Will the dot... No, I bet I have to give the dots fruit or something, right? I feel like that was what Grandpa was telling me. Yeah, I think I need to get the dots some kind of fruit to win them over, like my mum. Alright, I think we go plant the thing now. And don't get stuck wondering what I'm supposed to do about it. Ooh, that was pretty, right? That was pretty. God, the vibes of this game are just immaculate. I like their little bobbers. Hi, Claire. You need to get it together, Claire, honestly. You're adorable, but we need to get it together. Gather the girls, honey. Chicken. Okay. I wish I could sort them by type. Nope, that's too small. Oh, I can grow them on top of here. That's cute. Hold on. Move. Pacific spooky coral weed. Okay. Spooky, spooky, melancholia, spooky. Okay. Euphoria, Pacific, Noma mushroom. Blips. Oh, there's more. Okay. Okay. Log into your Uma Musume, claim your dailies. Oh, I should do that too. I should do that too. I keep forgetting.
Do it right now.
I'm playing... Thank you, but I am playing a different game right now. And I'm not taking suggestions. What do I do with this? Ooh, that's kind of pretty. I do like that there, maybe. I don't know. I'm probably going to move these around a bit. Next stream, Uma stream? I don't know. Depends on my mood. Depends on what I want to play. I like playing Uma when I watch horse races, because I'm in the mood for that. But maybe. I do gotta do my dailies. I gotta log in and pick up my Uma dailies. Well, grap topelatum. Too small. Too small of an area. Are there others? I'm not seeing any others. Oh, here. Oh my gosh. That's also too small to plant there. What the hell? Okay. Wait, oh, was there only one? You're playing TKO tonight with a bunch of streamers. That sounds so fun! Welcome in, bud. It's okay if you're just lurking. Lurking is fine. I appreciate and care much for all lurkers. Do I have them all? I feel like I keep missing them. That's it? I feel like for all the other plants, there was so much more. Maybe they're just plants that I missed. Maybe I should have gone to the wilderness. Hold on. We'll go to the wilderness real quick. We'll see if there are some plants that I missed because I didn't go there. You were all dying. It was funny. I'm so glad you were having fun. That sounds great. Stretching, rolling my neck. Oh, it feels good. Shoot. I'm gonna run all the way out to the wilds, and there's gonna be nothing there. It just feels like there's so few plants compared to like all the other gardens where I barely had any room to cram anything in. It was a lovely time for sure. Well, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Is that you had a lovely time. This music is such a vibe. This is true. It is true. I'm glad you had a wonderful time. I'm glad you had lots of fun. I'm glad everybody was laughing and having a... That makes me so happy. I love hearing when you guys are like... are enjoying yourselves and doing well. It makes me really happy. You know? It's kind of like... like a nice relaxing sigh when you get to hear what other people are doing and what they're taking part in, what's bringing joy to their lives, you know. Well, I can't wait to figure out like what this house or building is, because surely somebody lives here or something. It's exciting. Get this lady a true. You're happy I'm doing well too? Thank you. I'm doing alright. It's been a little touch and go, if I could be completely honest. But it's been better than usual. I'm feeling optimistic. Cautiously optimistic, I shall say. Cautiously optimistic. I knew it. I was going to come out here. There's going to be nothing for me. God damn it. I know, I already picked those plants. They're not even... They're not harsh plants! Damn it. Here we go. I wonder if I can plant something there. There are so many places where I'm kind of trying to guess if they're going to be gardens at some point. Ooh. Hello. You've been doing pretty rough lately, so you need a night of fun. I'm so sorry to hear that you've been having a difficult time, but again, I'm so happy that you are feeling better. I'm sorry. I hope things start looking up for you. Ooh. A gong in the background. So what we can gather, this place was pretty urban, pretty industrial before the comet hit, right? At least some of the electricity still works, so there's still electricity being generated on the island somehow. Or transported to the island, maybe? It's refreshing. Yeah, no worries, bud. I will always be here to support anything that y'all are doing. And be happy for you and celebrate for you. Always. That goes without saying. I ran all the way out there and there was no other seats. I'm just, again, the other gardens I did, I mean, it was like I barely had enough room. This one, maybe I'll eventually get more? I don't know. We'll find out. I like these triceratops. Are these the Biffalo? I wasn't paying attention, I don't know. Maybe they're large enough when they grow the growth will give lots of meter. Maybe. Maybe. Just seems kind of sparse, if I'm to be honest. Just seems a little sparse. A little bit thin on the plants. Claire smiles in such an unnerving way. I wonder if the electricity must be generated somewhere on the island. Okay. Alright, well, let's rearrange a few things so it so things look a little bit nicer, huh? Alright, we'll move this here. Oof. This is cute. Mmm. Coral weed. You only grow in one place. Oh, you're the same thing. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh yeah, you're still working on your game? That's so wonderful to hear. This one all the way over here by itself, my gosh. Alright, we will move. Oh, there's really not... Oh, wait, hold on. I can't really move that anywhere. Where can I move these somewhere? No. Oh my gosh. Okay. Um... Let's... Okay. It's a passion project you've been making slow progress on. Yeah, you showed me what you were working on, and it's so cool. this here, I think. Yeah, that's nice. I think I will put all the mushrooms over here. Let's see here. Interesting. There we go. And where will we put this last one? Here? Yeah, we'll put that there. Okay. Alright. Let's sing it a song. Ooh. Have a good lurk, Paradox. Composed harsh. Cool. Ooh, this is cool sounding. This is a vibe. Is there enough room for these to grow? Oh, yep. Sorry. I muted. Because there was a siren. Thank you. Yeah. This garden made me feel all jangly. That's a weird thing to say, isn't it? Good job. I'm only writing it down. Good job. Okay. Hi, Sheriff. It's nice to see you. I mean, I was, actually, for a little bit. But I muted. It was only for like a minute or so that I was muted. Yeah, harsh is an interesting word. It's like, I wouldn't say, I thought it was like maybe severe or something, but jangly, I understand. I think it just means, I'm trying to think of the word. But I understand what they're going for. It's dry, it's light, you know? Good job instead of good thing was more speaking to British ways. Good job, I'm only right now. I don't know. How about this game? Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0. I am very familiar with Yakuza 0, actually. Interesting game. Beak hydrate. Thank you so much for the beak hydrate. I suppose it could be too much too soon, but Kai, how's the gardening? Sorry to interrupt. No worries. You've got the koroka, I could smell it. Lovely woody scent. Thank you. I'm run off my feet until this evening, but I'd love to take a look at the garden. Why don't you meet me out at the lighthouse this evening? Show me your hard work. Of course! You're such a star. I'll see you later. You can tell that's an understatement. Well, I'm trying to match the vibe. I'm trying to be cool right now. Have you played Yakuza -1? I don't think I played Yakuza -1. Sorry. Don't think that one's quite made it across my dash. Hi, Necros. It's nice to see you, too. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Everybody's out and about. Alright, in saying that, it's about that time, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I've had a lovely time. I hope you have too. I hope you have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend. I'll see you again tomorrow. Maybe for more MUTAZIONE. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But either way, thank you for being here. I'm going to send you over to Vanduo Bones. Vanduo Bones is a wonderful individual. She made my logo. She's a fantastic artist, and she's playing something called The Last Gas Station. So I hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Aloha, ahui ho. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.